it is me, Justin King again with another video. I'm finally back to my segment, which I called Black Goth Throwbacks 90s Urban Music Version, where I discuss various hip-hop slash R&B songs that are definitely either gothic in nature in the music, gothic in nature in the music video, or sometimes a combination of both, and discuss how this is something that for a bunch of us pre-internet days that were black growing up found its way into the gothic world. Because as I mentioned lots and lots of times before, a lot of us were not either allowed to listen to rock or things of that nature growing up, or didn't have access to figure out how to find it growing up. And so these were definitely things that I personally saw, and as I've seen in the comments, others have seen that were definitely like, oh my god, this is what I was looking for. This was what I was hoping to find. So this time we're going to discuss a very popular song back in the 90s that if you listen to hip hop at all, you would have known. This is by two famous people, Timbaland and Magoo. And of course, Timbaland is very famous also for creating a lot of the behind the scenes to producing a bunch of popular music singles, and also a little bit of some alternative if you look up his history as well. And this is going to be the song Love to Love Ya. So according to Wikipedia, this came out, the remix version came out in 1998. It was off their first album, Welcome to Our World. This is for the music video side and less about the lyrics, if I remember correctly. And now that I actually have a little bit more experience of doing things with videos, I'm going to try and showcase what reminded me about the goth side of this, and why this video, which was very popular back in the day, and the song, which was very popular back in the day, was a remnant of, oh wow, this is definitely gothy, and this is something that I can look more into. So let's get to it. The intro for the music video is classic and is wonderful. It already opens up letting you know this is going to be straight up horror references here and haunted. We see the chains on the walls. We see them getting out of their car, blending the urbanness, since, you know, flexing what you have is something important in the urban scene when it comes to major artists, and putting a twist on it because he's again in all black, wearing the cross. Obviously, for whatever reason, motorcycles were really huge with dark elements in hip-hop in the 90s. I'm talking like that and speaking like that because in all my experience of goth, at least where I'm from, we don't really mix with the motorcycle culture because they're their own subculture and it's outside of music, and there are totally a lot of different people that come from it. You know, it's not just rock. There's also a huge culture of black people that love motorcycles and have huge thousands of people meetups and blast hip hop and R&B and stuff. And the beat of the music also has thunder clashing. It has the whole little eerie creaks and bumps to it. And that's one of the things that I've loved, is that Timbaland is, to my knowledge, and all the interviews I've seen of him, never identified himself as a goth. But especially in the early 90s, the whole 1990s, he was really big into haunted, creepy, gothic, the supernatural. And that was really something that he was so into in his music videos. And you can just tell it. I just love his production work here. And from there, we go into this kind of Clue whodunit kind of scene, going into Timbaland being tortured, suspended by being tortured on a conveyor belt, almost about to go towards his death. Pretty cool. And from here, it goes from Timbaland's verse over to Magoo's verse, and his has a whole lot of supernatural going on. Their bodies are going in and out, phasing almost like water drops. Heads are shrinking and growing, and it's switching from Timbaland to Magoo's head. We're getting the haunted house, how the paintings on the wall just aren't normal and they keep changing, like that theme is in the books and the movies. And we also go into this very warped, dark, black room. And it's anything room-wise that you would see in pretty much any either horror film or supernatural film that's not really just about scary and things of the unknown, but also anything that's out of the ordinary and mystical, that's dark and gritty, and it's awesome, let alone the flow he has. Because let's be honest, to my experience being someone who's 30, and this was the stuff that I was initially introduced to when it came to music growing up, I really feel that this stuff is the stuff that is what rappers are supposed to be like. I know the game has changed and I'm so not into it, and I don't know what's going on now really sound-wise, except for what I hear in commercials and TV. But to me, this stuff that Magoo does, it's solid. Real solid. From there, we get even more elements because this is packed full of elements. We have Shanta's verse coming back in where she's like a ghost and she's all in black with the feathers. Very, I guess, not even glamour goth back in the day, but I would say maybe a little like flirty, a little like 1920s-ish with the style, and everyone's in part of the house having a little party. And here we go, a little cameo from our goth queen that I mentioned in a previous video of this, Elliot, with a group of guys all in their black and leather like they love, just dancing it out. And I just love this little goth queen, R.I.P. Elliot. Just had to say, I'm here too. I'm not gonna miss something. We're in a haunted house. Duh. And then they end the whole video with them showcasing an old-timey, I guess, filter on the photos, kind of insinuating that everything that we watched, even though it looked like it's supposed to be in modern times, was back in the day. So it's just a punchful, hit after hit, 90s, definitely gothic-inspired music video, even though the lyrics aren't. So this is getting back into the swing of this segment of my YouTube channel. Hope you guys liked it. Was it something that totally interested you back in the day? If so, put something in the comments if you want to discuss it. I always love us going back and forth about the memories on this. And I will see you guys next time. Bye, YouTube land.